There you go. That is Kelsey Ballerini and Hole in the Bottle on your country 1039 KGRT.
Time now for the question of the day.
Yep. It is Monday and it is question of the day time. And if you think I'm going to ask you something about sports, well, nope, you're wrong. Not going to do it this morning, although I do know that the first NFL weekend was disappointing for me, and maybe that's the reason that I'm avoiding it. I'm a 49ers fan. We lost to the Bears. What can I say? No, today is all about something near and dear to my heart, and that is TV. Yes. The Emmys are going to be held tonight on NBC, and of course, the Emmys are all about the best in what television has to offer, and the streaming services as well are included on those because we watch a lot of those there. But I was just curious, because I am a TV kid. Actually, I'm a cable kid. My mom worked for the local cable company, so we had, when I was growing up, we had every channel possible, and I sat down and I watched a lot of TV. If you ask my mom right now, and she'll probably agree in the comments here in a little bit, that I watched too much TV as a kid. And, well, what can I say? When you got not much else going on, I just watched a lot of TV. Remember sitting down for primetime television with my brother, my sister, and my mom. We would all watch stuff. And it was everything from, the Dukes of Hazzard on Friday night to 2020 to, well, if I would go way back, sitting back and watching all of those late 70s, early TV shows like Welcome Back, Kotter, and other stuff like that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a TV kid and always have been. But the question always remains, since we're talking about the best that TV has to offer with the Emmys tonight, what is the best TV series? What is your favorite TV series? Is there something that you used to watch as a kid? Is it something that you've recently watched that you think is one of the best TV shows of all time? Now, granted, this is just personal opinion, so, it could be pretty much anything that you'd like. But yeah, in your opinion, what is your favorite or what is the best TV series of all time? For me, it's kind of tough because there's so many of my favorites that I would love, including some of those cheesy 80s ones like the A-Team or Riptide. Anybody remember Riptide with a giant helicopter? Nope, just me. Okay. Plus, TV series, TV movies, and other things like that. So what do you think is your favorite or best TV series of all time? I got to admit, it's really hard for me because I love so many different ones. But I think some of the ones that bring back some of the best memories to me are the early ones that I used to watch when I was a kid. Probably sitting down with my family watching those. And that would be stuff like... I don't know. The one that keeps coming back into my mind, and I know I watched a bunch on reruns, it's just like Welcome Back, Kotter. I love that whole thing. It was just a whole lot of fun for me, and probably showing my age a lot because nobody knows what that is anymore. But what do you think? That is our question of the day. What is your favorite or the best TV series of all time? Let me know your answers on our Zia Comics hotline or text line 575-523-KGRT. Okay, we're good there, and we're good there. Yeah, what do you think? I don't know. It is one of those things, like I said, it's kind of tough for me because I watch so much TV, and some of my favorites were not necessarily everybody else's favorites that were on there. I was not a big Friends fan when it came out, so it was not like that one. Was not a big Seinfeld fan when it came out, but I learned to love that show. Maybe I remember watching a TV show that was all about... I was all about like a ninja in the modern day, and it had Lee Van Cleef in it. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but I loved that show and would watch it all the time. In fact, I think I watched so much TV, and Mom's on here right now, and I'm sure that she would agree that I could tell what day it was just by what the TV schedule was in the evening. So I watched a lot of TV. But like, did you have any favorites when you were growing up? Maybe it was some Saturday morning cartoons. I was a big Spider-Man and Friends fan for the longest time. I always loved that show. Or even some of the music shows. I watched so many Solid Gold stuff, or when Casey Kasem used to have his AT40 stuff, or that he would have the video countdown. Remember when he first started that? So there's so many different things that I watched on TV that it's hard for me to choose, but I think a lot of it really shaped who I am today. So, like I said, do you have a favorite, or is there a best? Maybe one thing or an episode that stands out in your mind. Go ahead and let me know what you think. Of course, you can do that on the Zia Comics hotline, the Zia Comics text line, and of course, leave your comments on our social media pages, YouTube. We've got Facebook and Twitter as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in the world today, as we wait for some of those answers. Netflix series The Crown wants an extra episode, or the fans want an extra episode during the show's final season to honor Queen Elizabeth. Some fans are planning to start a change.org petition to make that happen. I have a feeling they'll probably end up doing that, getting a final episode in just to show the legacy of the Queen, which I think is pretty darn cool. Also, I saw that 4.6 million people have signed a petition to try and get Amber Heard removed from Aquaman 2 because of her lawsuit with Johnny Depp. Come on, people. People got to work and earn a living right there. And I can tell you this, if there's an Aquaman 3, probably not going to be invited back for that one. Box office over the weekend, it looks like Barbarian came out in the #1 spot, getting $10 million. Brahmastra Part 1, Shiva, got 4.4. So Bullet Train #3, Top Gun, Maverick still in the top 5, and DC League of Super Pets in there. So kind of a slow box office. Some interesting movies that are in the top 5 right there. But don't worry, we'll get into the fall movie season, and we got some good stuff coming up for sure. So that's a few of the things going on in the world today. And once again, let me know what you think. What is your opinion, or what do you think the best TV show is in your, like I said, these are all personal opinions, so it's all not going to matter. I don't think one can label the absolute best TV show ever, but in your opinion, in your favorites, what do you think is on that list? Go ahead and let me know. Once again, by giving me a call on the Zia Comics hotline. Send a text on the Zia Comics text line. That's 575-523-KGRT, and leave your comments on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter pages. But that is our question of the day. What do you think is your favorite or the best TV series of all time, and why?